Cheryl Adlaon. Good evening, ma'am. So our topic or report is all about handling mail and retaining records together with my groupmate, Lagari Jessa. So first we have preparing outgoing mail. We have three types of preparing outgoing mail. We have template, building blocks, mail merge. In this chapter, you will learn effective ways to create and handle correspondence about short and long-term storage of records. So, handling mail is a process of receiving, recording, and dispatching the receiving and sending letters and documents in properly. The incoming mail is received and recorded by the office in the entry book or register book. The outgoing mail are drafted by the office in the dispatch book. So, ang kaning handling mail is effective ways ni siya to create sample na effective ways to create correspondence and about short and long-term storage of records. So, ang kani siya is kanang process of receiving. So, ang handling mail is kanang process ni siya sa pag-receive sa mga email nga imo kadawat og dispatching for receiving sa mga letters or documents para ma-arrange bitaw siya properly. Aron makuan ma-arrange siya. Or para pod formal pod siya bitaw nga ma-receive po sa email. So kaning handling mail is kanang sending outgoing or ingoing mo sa mga email nga gaka-receive nimo or sa mga email nga imo gaka-receive or ginapa-receive nimo. So nganong importante man ang handling mail? Kay kani siya ka efficient handling of incoming and ongoing mail will make an office function smoothly and effectively. So importante gyud nga ikaw nga handle kag email para smooth bitaw ang flow sa imong job dayon para effective po ni siya para ma-arrange ang mga email nga imo gaka-receive sa imong work or sa imong job inside your firm. So we have your duties as an administrative assistant for handling outgoing mail will vary depending on the organization where you work. You will prepare and mail items such as individual letters, contracts, reports, and packages. You may also prepare book mailing such as advertising brochures, flyers, or letters going to dozens of hundred recipients. So, your duties or your job as an administrative assistant is for handling outgoing mail. So, gavarni siya sa organization nga kung asa ka nagtrabaho. So, ikaw as an administrative assistant, you're going to prepare individual mail items such as letters, contracts, reports, and packages. So, also, mag-prepare pod ka book mailing such as brochures, so flyers. So, ang kaning handling outgoing mail kay is very useful labi na sa mga brochures or promotions of flyers ang mga letters nga hundreds of letters or dozens of hundreds of recipients. So ikaw as an administrative assistant, you have to handle the job properly. Dapat dili ka magtanga-tanga or you have to take your job seriously. Dapat i-prior nimo imong job kay kaning mga email nga imong gaka-receive is very important yun labi na sa imong job kay administrative assistant man ka kung sa email nga imong gaka-receive you have to be update yun sa pag-receive sa mga email kay kani kay importante kay labi na sa mga outgoing o ingoing emails nga imong kasi gaka-receive sa individual kay dagan mo kay email diba hundreds of dozens of recipients. So ikaw administrative assistant man ka you have to check every email or you have to be follow up every email nga imong gaka-receive kay is your job man po as an assistant nga mag-handle kag emails or letters, contracts, reports, and packages. So we have templates. Templates is a model of creating similar items. On the case of documents, templates can be used to create documents quickly and consistently. Word processing programs such as Microsoft Word provide templates for letters, memos, invitations, brochures, announcements, and other documents. So, ang kaning templates is very useful para pod imong job or works flow sa imong job is very dali lang gyud kay siya mahuman kay ang kaning template just like sa maghimo kag letters diba we have lots of kanang technologies or dagan na kay types of technologies nga may use sa computer diba just like natay Microsoft Word. So kung maghimot tag letters or memos and documents, dili na ta maglisod, dili na ta just like before nga i-written lang, isulat lang sa paper. Karon kay very high-tech naman kayo ta. So kung maghimot tag letters, dito na ta dito sa Word, Microsoft Word, i-type lang nimo ilang mga maghimo kag memos or invitation, just type lang nimo dayon ang kaning Word pod kay napo ni siya dagang contents of settings for margins, line spacing, formatting. So dagan kaayo ni siya settings ang Microsoft Word, very useful kaayo labi nagmaghimo ka kanang letters kay na naman siya na-conclude ang mga margins, na siya line spacing, na po siya formatting, and kung mag-page layout ka, na po siya na natanan yung double purpose or dagan yung kay gamiton nun kayo ang Microsoft Word. Labi na sa mga template kaya ginahimoon. Ang template na siya sa Microsoft Word na bilang. So, the template may also contain text and design elements such as tables, border, shading, or wrapping. So, ang template pod is, dili lang kaya na siya, naala siya line spacing, formatting, and page layout. Na po siya elements nga magamit mo na siya tables, border, shading, or graphics. So, kung gusto ka mag-add og mga tables, borders, shading, or graphics sa imong Word or mga memos, invitations na imong ginahimo, na siya sa Word, Microsoft Word tanan. So ikaw na lang kung mamili na lang kay ikaw na bahala mamili kung unsay gusto nimo ma-add or sa imong gusto madugang sa imong memos, letters, or contracts nga imong ginahimo. So we have also the building blocks. Building blocks are parts of a document or text that often used in particular type of document. For example, every letter that you will create have a signature block that includes a name and person. So, ang kaning building blocks is kuan po siya document the particular type of document. For example, naghimo kag signature block, then includes the name and person. So, kaning very important pod ang kaning building blocks kay need man pod ang signature og name of the sender. So, kaning parts ang building blocks are parts furnished with documents or text are often used in a particular type of document. So, na siya signature na bilong, na siya name and title for sender. So, we have also the mail merge. Mail merge is a feature of word processing program that allows you to create personalized letters, labels, or envelopes for large mailings. The text of the letter or other documents is stored in the main file. A list of recipients, we have the names, address, and other needed information is stored in a data file. The mail merge operation creates new documents that contain the text of a main file and data from the file. Using mail merge is an efficient way to create letters for several recipients when only a small amount of data specific to each recipient changes with each letter. So, kaning mail merge is a program allows you to create personalized items. So, mag-mail merge ka personal items mo. Mail merge nimo mas gina-broad nimo ang mga personalized letters nga imong ginahimo or envelopes sa labi na mga large mailings imong ginahimo. Naapod ang mail merge pod kay nga nang naapod na siya na bilang na ano yung mga names, address, dayon other information. So dili lang kay name og address, na po siya other information nga need nimo ibutang sa imo or pag merge nimo sa imo. Mail merge para gina-merge bitan nimo mas ginapaanan nimo ba ginapalawak ay mas gina-broad nimo in your own napod kay kon idea nga gina-merge nimo na po sa internet yung mga idea na nakuha. Specific recipients, so kung ay changes na si changes sa letter imo gina-merge efficiently po ni siya para maka-create kag letters within a small amount of data specific to each recipient. So we have the sending outgoing mail. We have two types of sending outgoing mail: US Postal Service, private delivery companies. Outgoing mail may be picked up and delivered by the US Postal Service or the private mail carriers or delivery companies. When deciding which service to use, you should consider when the envelope or package reach its destination, the cost of sending, and sometimes for ensuring the item, possible safety precautions for the contents, proof, or delivery or other services needed. O kaning outgoing mail kay gina-pick up rin siya delivered by the US Postal Service or private mail carriers or delivery companies. Kaya siya kayo na sa mga deliver sa US. Ito po mga private na companies. Kung asa siya nga destination, gina-send or gina-insure, deliver. or precautions kay siya kay dapat na i-prove na so kung mag-deliver kag service or needed. We have also the US Postal Service. The US Postal Service is a popular choice for mailing the envelopes and packages. You should be familiar with USPS recommendation restrictions for items that you send by US mail. The Postal Service identifies letters and cards in these categories: machinable and non-machinable automation. Machinable items have a correct address and can be processed by Postal Service. We have also the private delivery companies are used by organizations to mail envelopes and packages to recipients locally and around the country or worldwide. The cost of service from private companies can be lower or higher than the US Postal Service, depending on the delivery time, distance to the recipient, and size or weight of the envelope or package. So, katong US Postal Service is para to siya sa mga private companies nga ginawa ko ng precautions po to siya murag dapat ano kayo to siya confidential or nara to siya sa mga private sa US man to siya deliver private companies lang dito siya ang sa US ang just like kaning private delivery companies is kanang na siya sa kuan sa tanan gini siya locally around the country or worldwide sa tanan ni siya nga email nga sa depend ra pod sa time o sa distance pod sa mga recipient, sa size, sa weight o sa envelope or package. Private companies. You have also the handling incoming mail. Just an ongoing responsibilities depend largely on the size of the company. To do incoming mail responsibilities, one of your responsibilities as an administrative professional in a small firm may be to receive and process mail. So ikaw as an administrative assistant is you have to check or your job is to receive the incoming mail responsibilities. So ikaw job mo na nimo, you have to check or dapat i-prior na nimo imong work inside your firm kay responsible man nimo ikaw assistant man kay ikaw jud ang naka-assign dira nga mag-check kung una ba incoming mail nga naka-receive na mo. Okay, one of your responsibilities man kay administrative professional is kanang mag-receive kag process and mail. In a large companies, a big percentage of mail functions may be used outsourced or independent companies if mail is outsourced. However, large companies usually be centralized mail departments to receive and distribute mail. So, handling incoming mail. So, i-handle nimo ang mga incoming mail nga kaabot sa mga ka-receive. Kay, is your job na i-handle tanan documents or email nga na-receive nimo. Mail is generally delivered by mailroom employees at set time during the day. In small organizations, a postal service carrier may be delivered the mail directly to the organization. If the small organization maintains a PAT office box, you may be responsible for picking up the mail. So we have the sorting mail, opening mail, reviewing mail, presenting mail, handling email, handling mail during the executive absence. So these are the types of mail or handling incoming mail. Mo siya ang types of incoming mail and how to receive your mail or your email.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. By the way, my name is Jessa Jelagari and I be reporting office copiers. As an administrative professional, you will use of copiers extensively. You will make copies of outgoing mail. You will make copies of some incoming mail or wrote to others or to use as working copies depending on the filing procedures used in organization. You may also make copies of documents or cross-references. It is important that you know the capabilities of copiers and also that you avoid wasting resources by making unnecessary copies. So, unsa ba ang office copier? So, muna siyang photocopy machine. Sa office, na office copiers o photocopy machine, copiers can do a whole lot more than just make copies, like magpadalag email, print, scan, gamit sa pagtrabaho. And copier classification. Copiers are classified into 4 basic categories depending on their speed. So, low volume copiers, mid volume copiers, high volume copiers, and copy duplicators. Og napud tay copier feature. Of copiers have several features that can be helpful in your work. Learn to use the features in your particular copier by reading the product manual, viewing videos provided by the manufacturer, or attending training session. Some common copier features are mentioned here. By the way, unsa ba ang copier feature? So, sa office, makatabang yun ang copier sa trabaho. Na product handbook by reading the product. Munang ginatawag og product manual. And some common copier features are mentioned here. Ang first is reduction and enlargement. These features allow you to make the copy larger or smaller than the original. An enlargement features also allows the original documents to be magnified. Fine details on an original can be made more legible by using the feature. So, reduction and enlargement. Sa pagbuhat og kopya, pwede nimo bawasan sa dako o sa gamay pa sa original na copy or documents na detalye na siya or mas mabasa. Automatic document feeding. The automatic document feeder, ADF, allows you to copy multiple page documents without having to lift and lower the platen cover for every sheet. So, automatic document feeding. Magbuhat ka sa printer og imong ipapotocopy, automatic na siya magprint sa taga-page. So, magkuhan ka sa printer kung imong ibutang ang imong ipapotocopy, mag-automatic na din siya magprint. Dayon, duplexing. Copying on both sides of a sheet of a paper is known as duplexing. On this setting, the copier automatically print on both sides of the page, saving paper. So, duplexing, kanang ga-photocopy siya sa front page ug sa back page. So, photocopy both side. Editing. These features include borders, erasing, centering, color, adjusting, marker, editing, and masking. So, editing to ensure errors. So, mag-edit para ensure og error. And retaining records. As you learn in Chapter 11, records are documents that have value to the organization. Records may be valuable for legal, financial, or historical reference, or for use in daily operation. Much of the mail you receive or prepare may become records to be stored according to the company's record storage. So, retaining records. So, mag-keep sa mga records, mag-maintain sa records na safe in the storage. So, muna siya ang retaining records. Classification of records. Records can be classified as to their importance or usefulness to the organization as vital records, important records, useful records, or non-essential records. The records classification will be determined in part how long the record should be retained. So, classification of records. This is important because we can segregate records of value from records or little or no value. Vital records. Records that cannot be replaced and should never be destroyed are called vital records. These records are essential to the effective continued operation of organization and or are required by law to be retained. Some example of vital records are corporate charters, deeds, tax returns, constitution and bylaws, insurance, policies, procedure manuals, audited financial statement, patents, and copyright. So, vital records, muna siya ang mga importanteng records na dili pwede mawala o maong required by law na magpanatili bitaw at og nagpalihok pod sa organization. And then, important records. Records that are necessary to an orderly continuation of the business and are replaceable only at considerable cost of time and money are known as important records. Such records may be transferred to inactive storage but are not destroyed. Example of important records are financial statements, operating and statistical records, physical inventories, electronic business records, and board minutes. So, important records. So, mga importanteng records na sa business to be prepared the financial committee of the business. So, keep. Useful records. Useful records are those needed for smooth, effective operation of the organization. So, mga example sa mga useful record is the statistical statements operating, statistical record, physical inventories, electronic business records. So, magyud ang pinaka-importante sa business like financial statements and non-essential records. Documents that have no future value to the organization are considered non-essential records. Once the purpose for which they were created has been fulfilled, they may be destroyed. So, mga dili importanteng records. Retention schedules. In both electronic and manual system, it is important to know how long records should be retained by the organization. The cost of maintaining documents that are no longer of any use can be significant, particularly in manual system. Because of the floor space necessary for the files, electronic storage takes up less space. There is some cost to maintaining unneeded documents. So, retention. A list of the types of records created, received, and used by institution along with information and how long to keep them and when to delete them. And, mo to siyang retention schedule.